বিহারি যমুনা তীরা বনচারি জয় রাধা মাধব জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারি জয় রাধা মাধব জয় কুঞ্জ বিহারি হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে জয় রাধা গিরিধারী রাধে জয় গিরি গোবর্ধন জয় গিরি গোবর্ধন জয় গিরি গোবর্ধন জয় গিরি গোবর্ধন জয় লড্ডু গোপাল জয় লড্ডু গোপাল জয় লড্ডু গোপাল জয় লড্ডু গোপাল জয় জগন্নাথ জয় বলদেব জয় সুভদ্রামাই জয় গৌরানিতাই জয় গৌরানিতাই জয় গৌরানিতাই জয় গৌরানিতাই জয় পঞ্চতত্ত্ব জয় পঞ্চতত্ত্ব জয় পঞ্চতত্ত্ব জয় পঞ্চতত্ত্ব জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় জয় প্রভুপাদ জয় জয় গুরুদেব জয় জয় গুরুদেব জয় শ্রী রাধা গিরিধারী কি জয় গৌরনিতাই কি জয় শিলা প্রভুপাদ কি জয় গুরুদেব কি জয় গৌর প্রেমানন্দে হরি হরি बोल वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय शिला प्रभुपाद की जय Good morning and Hare Krishna to all our assembled devotees, and I humbly seek the blessings of all assembled devotees for purification of Lord, so I can speak something for my purification of my filthy heart, though I am not qualified at all. I am doing the service, and today's discussion will be the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 10, and verse number 16, verse number 17. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Srinnatang Shakatha Krishna Punna Shravana Kirtanaha हृदयन्तस्थ हि अभद्राणि विधुनति सुहृत् शतम् नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवय भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भुक्तिर्भवति नष्टकी मुखं करोति वाचलं पङ्गं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीगुरुं दीनतारणं हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm reading from Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita. Is it visible, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, is visible.
Yeah, thank you. And here, the end of the chapter, Prabhupada is speaking about his mission and his book distribution. Tamal Krishna began by saying that Prabhupada had been too kind because ISKCON could actually never pay such a high price. He then quoted a price 40 cents lower per book than Prabhupada's quote. Mr. Tamala, the salesmen were again upset. Please reconsider your point. A polite argument ensued. Suddenly, Prabhupada interrupted, presenting himself as an impartial third party. He said he would settle the difference that had arisen between his secretary and the salesman. I have heard both sides, he said, and I feel that the price should be $0.25 per book. That's all. Yes, Your Divine Grace, the salesman agreed. That is right. After further negotiations, Prabhupada agreed on a contract that include a reprint of volume 1 and a first printing of volume 2 of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, 2 issues of Back to Godhead, a Hindi issue of Back to Godhead, and a new book. Sri Ishopanishad ISKCON had to pay only $5,000 cash, and Dai Nipun would deliver everything on credit. Prabhupada held a feast at his apartment for the Dai Nipun executives who specially liked the samosas and pakoras. They presented Prabhupada with a watch and continued to see to his comfort during his stay in Tokyo. Prabhupada also met a Canadian-born Japanese boy, Bruce, who was seriously interested in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada invited him to come and join him in India, and the boy eagerly agreed. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Lamrita ki jai. Next, we'll read chapter 32. Very interesting. Hare Krishna. Today's verse is text 17 and canto 5, chapter 10. I am just reading the sloka, then you can repeat after me. Nahang Vishanke Shuraraj Vajran Natrak Sulan Najamasya Dandat Na Agni Arka Samanilabit Pastraj Shanke Vrisham Brahmakulabhamanat Naham Vishanke Shuraraj Vajran Natrak Sulan Jamasya Dandat Na Agni Arka Samanilabit Pastraj Shanke Vrisham Brahmakulabhamanat Naham Vishanke Shuraraja Vajran Natraksha Shulanna Jamasya Dandat Na Agni Arka Samanilabit Pastraj Shanke Vrisham Brahmakulabhamanat. Hare Krishna. Devotees, you can
Hare
change.
Krishna Mataji. Okay, please continue.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Dandot Pranam. Naham Vishanke Shuraraja Vajran Natrayaksha Shulanna Yamasya Dandat Na Agni Arka Shamalina Vitra Pashat Shanke Vrisham Brahma Kulabhamana. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I'm back.
Thank you.
Naham Vishanke Shuraraja Vajran Natrakshulan Yamasya Dandat Nagnarka Samanila Vitta Pastrach Chanke Vrisham Brahma Kulabhamana.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji, go ahead. Naham Vishanke Shuraraj Vajran Natraksha Shulan Najamasya Dandat Nyayagnyarka Shamanila Vitta Pastrat Chanke Brisham Brahma Kulabhamanat. Thank you. Very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji, go ahead. Dandavat Pranam.
Naham Vishanke Suriraja Vajran Natriyaksha Sulana यमस्यादन्दात् नग्न्यार्क समानीलवित पास्त पास्त पास्तराज छंके वृषं ब्रह्म कुलावामानात्.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, Mataji.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Would like to read synonyms? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
No, note. Aham, I, Vishanke, am afraid. Shura Raja Vajrat, from the thunderbolt of the King of Heaven, Indra. No, nor. Traksha Shulat, from the piercing trident of Lord Shiva. No, not. Yamasha, of the superintendent of death, Yamraj. Dandat, from the punishment. No, nor. Agni, of fire. Orka, of the scorching heat of the sun. Shoma, of the moon. Anila, of the wind. Vittapa, of the owner of riches, Kubera, the treasurer of the heavenly planets. Ostrat, from the weapons. Shanke, I am afraid. Brisham, very much. Brahmakula, the group of the Brahmanas. Avamanat, from offending. Hare Krishna. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Translation would like to read anyone? Please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
My translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear say, I am not at all afraid of the thunderbolt of King Indra, nor am I afraid of the serpentine, piercing trident of Lord Shiva. I do not care about the punishment of Yamaraj, the superintendent of death, nor am I afraid of fire, scorching sun, moon, wind, nor the weapon of Kuber. Yet I am afraid of offending a Brahmana. I am very much afraid of this. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Purport?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Please go ahead, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was instructing Rupa Goswami at the Dashaswamedh Ghat in Prayag, he pointed out very clearly the seriousness of offending a Vaishnava. He compared Vaishnava aparat to Hatimata, a mad elephant. When a mad elephant enters a garden, it spoils all the fruits and flowers. Similarly, if one offends a Vaishnava, he spoils all his spiritual assets. Offending a Brahman is very dangerous, and this was known to Maharaja Rahugana. Therefore, frankly admitted his fault. There are many dangerous things: thunderbolt, fire, Yamraj punishment, the punishment of Lord Shiva's trident, and so forth. But none is considered as serious as offending a Brahmana like Jadavarat. Therefore, Maharaja Rahugana immediately descended from his palanquin and fell flat before the lotus feet of Brahman Jadavarat just to be excused. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Very nice purport and sloka and translation. So many lessons to learn today. Okay, and stop sharing. Yeah. Before discussing this sloka, I would like to take the blessings from you all and from Guru and Gaurango. Ọজ্ঞানং তিমিরান্ধস্য জ্ঞানাঞ্জনশলাকয়া চক্ষুরুন্মিলিतं येन তস্मै শ্রীগুরবে নমঃ। শ্রীচৈতন্যমনোভীষ্টং স্থাপিतं येन ভূতলে স্বয়ং রূপং কদাময়ং দদাতি স্বপদান্তিকং। বন্দেহং শ্রীগুরুং শ্রীয়ুতপদকমलं শ্রীগুরুং বৈষ্ণবাংশ শ্রীরূপং সাগ্রজাতং সহগণ রঘুনাথান্বিतं तं সজীবं সাদ্বৈতং সাবধূतं পরিজনসহিतं কৃষ্ণচৈতন্যদেবं শ্রীরাধাকৃষ্ণপাদান সহগণ ললিতা শ্রীবিশাখান্বিতাংশ্চ। হে কৃষ্ণ করুণা সিন্ধু দীনবন্ধু জগৎপতে গোপেশ গোপিকাকান্ত রাধাকান্ত নমস্তুতে তপ্ত কাঞ্চন গৌরাঙ্গী রাধে বৃন্দাবনেশ্বরী বৃষভানুসুতে দেবী প্রণমামি হরিপ্রিয়ে। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिचारुस्वामिनिति नामिने स्निग्धचेतोषिप्रणीतो भाग्मिनां च रसप्लुतं प्रभुपादगतप्राणा नमामि भक्तिचारुपदं। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु নিত্যানন্দ শ্রী অদ্বৈত গদাধর শিবাসাদি গৌর ভক্তবৃন্দ হরে কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে 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 কৃষ্ণ 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 হরে 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 রাম 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 হরে হরে. I am seeking blessings again of you all. I will try to discuss, and yes, we do so many mistakes, so many offense. Please forgive me in the beginning. Okay, translations again, I am reading. My dear sir, I am not at all afraid of King Indra, nor am I afraid of the supreme piercing trident of Lord Shiva. I do not care about the punishment of Jamraja, the superintendent of death, nor am I afraid of fire, scorching sun, moon, wind, nor the weapons of Kubera. Yet I am afraid of offending a Brahmana. I am very much afraid of this. So today I will try to discuss the actually theme is like the garden, the fence, and the elephant. Recap, just we all are hearing about these pastimes of Jada Bharat and this chapter and previous chapter. So Jada Bharat is the same soul that as King Bharat, who had fallen from the path of bhakti due to attachment to a deer in his previous life. So in this life, he pretended to be a dal and deaf, means Jada, means dal. To avoid worldly entanglement and stay absorbed in Krishna consciousness. He is actually Mahabhagavat and Paramhansa, I discussed in the earlier class, a topmost pure devotee. At actual text 1 to 13, we found Jada Bharat is forcefully recruited as a palanquin carrier for King Rahugana, ruler of Sindhu and Saubhira provinces. Actually, carrying a palanquin, I am thinking all you know how to look palanquin and how its coordination goes. It involves coordination, balance. If you do like this way, that way, so who is inside, he will be like bumping and jerk. And that's why we need that balance and physical strength. Actually, this is performed by multiple bearers, usually 4, sometimes 6 or 8, depends upon that size and weight. Sorry. The Jada Bharat was one of 4 bearers that king, that Rahugana story and the palanquin bearer. Sorry. While carrying the palanquin, Jada Bharat walks carefully to avoid stepping on ants, which causes the palanquin move unevenly. So King Rahugana actually annoyed by the why it's bumping and why it's like jerking. So that's why, sarcastically mocks Jada Bharat, thinking he is a fool, he is a lazy. Actually, he is very proud of his royal position and knowledge and unaware of Jada Bharat's spiritual stature, spiritual status. So Jada Bharat actually breaks his silence from verses 13 to 17. And 13 to 16, we found Jada Bharat already started speaking, and he speaks philosophically, exposing the king's false ego and bodily identification, which we hear from the Urmila Mataji from last 2 classes. He speaks on the difference between body and soul and how external appearance does not reveal real knowledge. He asserts that true spiritual knowledge cannot be understood through material power. That text 17, that today's text, that King Rahugana, realizing his mistake in insulting Jada Bharat, who is pure devotee, who is Mahatma, express his remorse. In this verse, he actually admits the greatest material dangers cannot compare to the gravity of offending a Brahmana or devotee. This is the greatest danger for all of us. And he humbly, when he understands, he humbly kneels and seeks forgiveness. And actually, this king was, Rahugana is blessed by the mercy of Jada Bharat. Although the king was fully absorbed in the bodily conception of life, thinking I am king and you are servant. But by the mercy of Jada Bharat, mercy of devotee, he was able to perceive the glories of devotee and realizes his offense. Sometimes people, we don't understand what I am doing, what are my offense, but he understands. It is the Jada Bharat mercy to him. Actually, we should learn from this example, that example of Maharaj Ruhugana. If we happen to mistake a Vaishnava, but still we should be open to hearing the discussions of science of Krishna consciousness, like Maharaj Ruhugana. Although Maharaj was ignorant, but he had faith in the words of the scriptures from the coming of Jada Bharat. And due to this good quality, he was able to develop faith in Jada Bharat. That's why he came down. And he's telling in the purport, I'm afraid of offending Brahmana. I am not afraid with anything, but I am afraid of offending a Brahmana. He knows who is Brahmana. And who is Brahmana? We have learned so many slokas and so many examples. That sloka from Bhagavad Gita, we know, very familiar sloka, that Brahmabhuta prasannatma na sotati na kangsati samo sarveshu bhuteshu mat bhaktim labhate param. Samo sarveshu bhuteshu means who is equal, disposed towards everything. Who he knows Supreme Brahman, he becomes joyful and he never laments for desire anything, and he is equal. Such a person attains devotional service unto Krishna. Then also we know that Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gobihastini Shuni Chaiva Sapako Cha Pandita Samadarshina. Samadarshina means equal vision of a Brahmana towards a cow, a elephant, a dog, and a dog eater. So from him, everyone is equal. This is Brahmabhuta person. This is Brahman. In this part 4, Srila Prabhupada mentions that instructions of Lord Chaitanya to Rupa Goswami. Mahaprabhu explained how the living entity wanders throughout the material universes, but by the mercy of Guru and Krishna. Actually, when I was searching for this, for referring text, I went through the Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, that text from chapter 19, 151 to 170. If you read, you will find so joy. It's giving one by one, what is the process, how you can tell the devotional process. Ado Shraddha Tato Sadhu Sangasta Bhajanam Kriya. Everything is there. So I have will give example for 2-3 verses that how we get the seeds of devotional service. That Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, it's first 151 slok number, and from chapter 19. So you all knows this one. Brahmanda Brahmite Kono Bhagyavan Jeev Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. So Brahmanda Brahmite, the living entity, is wandering throughout the universe, across the 8.4 million species. Kon Bhagyavan Jeev, a rare, a fortunate soul, not all of people. Guru Krishna Prasade. It's a combine, not only Guru, not only Krishna, combine. By Bhakti Lata Bij, receive the seed of the Kripa of Bhakti, devotional service. So now we got the seed. And after wandering the universe and fortunate soul, we got the that Krishna and Guru's Kripa, we got the seeds. Now, if we think about us, and I'm thinking about me when I'm giving that class, and when I was going through the slokas. So all you have experienced how we acquire the seeds of Bhakti Lata. What's the rule of the ISKCON? Can you share? Anyone would like to share what's the rule of our ISKCON before getting the seeds of Bhakti Lata? Okay. What's the rule of our ISKCON? ISKCON is 1 year. We have to chant the 16 rounds and with 4 regulative principles, isn't it? everyone has done. Then we have to choose the guru. Then we have to email, then we have to give the examination, then guru will accept me or accept us, then we can accept, we will choose the guru, we can accept, then the process, same way. And this is our Chaitya Guru will tell you who is guru, who is of your guru, who will be your guru. So he will direct us. So same way. So what is the process? Nitya Siddha Krishna Premo Sadaya Kabha Maya Sravanadi Shuddha Chitte Karaya Upayo. Means when we are coming into someone contact, associating with devotees, hearing their good instruction and chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, then our dormant love of Krishna is awakened. This is the process before we taking the Bhakti Lata Bij. In this way, we got the seed of devotional service. Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. So now we have received the seeds. Now what's the process? What is the process of gardener? When we are gardening, we have to put in the seeds in the garden, isn't it? That process is bhajana kriya. Water the bhakti lata by hearing and chanting. So text 152, same chapter, 152, Madhulila, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mali hoya kore sei bij aropon, শ্রবণ কীর্তন জলে করয়ে সেচন. Means after getting the seeds, we have to water the seeds gradually by the process of Shravana and Kirtana. It's a Bhakti Lata Bij. Like same, why when we are doing the gardening, same. Hearing and chanting, the seed will begin to sprout. And one has to water the Bhakti Lata Bij by receiving instruction from the spiritual master. That instruction is the Shravana Kirtana, and we have to take from the spiritual master, spiritual mercy. This is called Shravana Kirtana. Then we should be very careful of weeds even when we are gardening. If we see the weeds are growing up, and then all taking all fertilizers, same way we have to be very careful of the weeds which may grow up alongside with the plant, alongside with the devotional creeper. And he should distinguish between, I should distinguish between which one is the weeds and which one is the creeper. That weeds are actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told that material desires are karma, gain material. These are the gain and karma. These are the all material desires. And if he sees any weeds, he should separate them from the creeper and remove them. But much more serious to grow up than the weeds is the mad elephant. Means it's a Vaishnava aparadh. Weeds is still okay, but Vaishnava aparadh is very, very dangerous. That Srila Prabhupada is telling in this purport. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that an offense to a devotee is just like a mad elephant. Run loose. When a mad elephant enters a garden, it tramples all the plants. We are doing so nicely gardening and things, and that all plants are growing nicely, and mad elephant came and it diminishes within one moment or 1 minute. So Chaitanya Charitamrita also telling in the same chapter, 156 number sloka, Jodi Vaishnav aparad uthi hati mata upare ba chinde tar sukhi jay pata. Means when the devotee commits an offense at the feet of a Vaishnava, that cultivating the creeper of devotional service in the material world, his offense is compared to a mad elephant, Hatimata, that uproots the creeper and breaks it. In this way, the leaves of the creeper are dried up. Sukhi jai pata. So, if in this case, what to do? In this case, that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is advising in Rupa Goswami in the Prayag that devotee gardener should protect the devotional creeper by fencing on all sides. And what is the fencing? The fencing is the circle of pure devotees. If one always remains within the circle of pure devotees, he can be protected from the offense of Vaishnava aparadh, because our peers and our devotees will tell, you should not do that. They will remind, and they will, sometimes we cannot understand what we are doing, but devotee will tell what I am doing wrong. So we have to fence the garden. We have to associate with with positive way, the association with devotees, and also we have to do the fence to avoid the bad association. One is positive, one is negative. So text 157 is telling, তাতে মালি যত্ন করি করে আবরণ অপরাধ হস্তির জয়ছে না হয় উদ্গম. So gardener is giving the abaran, means cover. So that's why that mad elephant will not come there. So the devotee is protecting his garden, protecting his seeds by fencing it all round. Same way, when we are neophyte, when we are new, we have to surrounded by the pure devotees and the senior devotees. When one associate with non-devotees, the maddened elephant is set loose. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has told, Asat Sangote Ago, Ei Vaishnava Achar. Even we have read in that nectar of instruction. Sangot Agot Sato Vritte. The first business of Vaishnava is to give the company of non-devotees. By contacting the non-devotees and engaging in non-devotional activities, a devotee will fall victim to the mad elephant offense. Whatever growth has taken place is quickly uprooted by such an fencing in it. That is by following the regulative principles and associating with pure devotees. So we have to be very careful and we have to do the all practice. And our one's devotional attitude increases in the association of a Vaishnava. We know this one also very familiar verse. Tadero charan sebi bhakto shane bash janame janame hoy ei obhilash. So our obhilash should be that we are servants of servants to serve the Lord. And in the association of devotees, for that unalloyed, because our object should be pure unalloyed devotion. So in this way we can get that. And also we know the 1727, Shrennata Shakatha Krishna Punna Sravana Kirtanaha Hriday Antastha Hi Abhadrani Vidhunati Shritratam. By hearing Krishna Katha, that all unwanted things in the heart will be removed. We have to stay in satsanga and we avoid the asatsanga. So it means we have to be very careful not to associate with non-devotees, and we also have to be very careful not to offend devotees. This means we have to be able to recognize who is devotee and who is also non-devotee. Just I will give some explanation of the devotee and non-devotee. And 11 cantos Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami also list in the 26 qualities of a devotee on the basis of Srimad Bhagavatam. So out of all the various qualities, one is the essential topmost. What is that? Complete surrender to Lord Krishna. Krishnaika Sharanam. Krishnaika Sharanam. Only Sharan to Lord Krishna. Even same chapter, Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the text 168, is telling, Anna Bancha Anna Puja Chadi, Gyan Karma, Anukulle Sarvandriyo Krishna Nushelanam. So give up everything. Give up any worship things and Gyan and Karma. Only you have to serve like which is favorite for Krishna. That one we have to habits. We have to try to this habit we have to practice. So if someone has the primary characteristics of complete surrender to Lord Krishna, he is considered a devotee. Even if he may be lacking in some of the other qualities, and if someone is complete in the other qualities, but he lacks the one quality of surrender to Krishna, he is not a devotee. Therefore, the Bhagavatam says, Jasesya Bhaktir Bhagavati Akinchana Sarvir Gunesh Tatra Samashate Suraha. That if one becomes devotee, even if he does not have good qualities to begin with, the good qualities will become manifest automatically. And Hare abhaktasya kutamahad guna. If one is not a devotee, even though he may appear to have so many good qualities, actually he has no good qualities, because he has somehow rather engaged in the external energy of the Lord, and he may fall down into any abominable type of activity at any time. That sometimes impersonalists appear to be very qualified. And they may, but Srila Prabhupada compares them to vultures. They are vulture. They may soar very high with their impersonal speculations, but as soon as they see some rotting flesh on the ground, they immediately come down to the ground to taste the flesh. So they can fall down at any time. So the devotee, so who is the devotee? That the non-devotee. Therefore, we should see, first of all, whether someone is devotee or not. And what's the symptom? Is that he is fully surrendered or not? Devotee means he is fully surrendered to the Lord and fully engaged in chanting of the holy names of the Lord. Then he is considered devotee. Even if he is found lagging in some other qualities that I am telling again, and in due course, the other qualities will manifest. So because by association of non-devotees, we commit offenses against the devotees. Again, I am telling that sloka, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised, Asat Sangote Agat, Ei Vaishnava Achar. The first qualification of the devotee, he should avoid the association of non-devotees. And who are they? Sri Shanga, Eka Ashadhu, Krishna Abhakta are. Sri Shanga means someone who is attached to women. Means sense gratification should be avoided. So one is Sri Shanga, Ek Ashadhu. We want to associate with sadhus, but not the ashadhus. But Sri Shanga is ashadhu. Sri Shanga, Ek Ashadhu. And Krishna Abhakta are those who are not Krishna Bhakta, not devotee. So there are the different categories. Some are the different categories are, they are the Mayavadi, Dharmadija, and atheist. That Mayavadi we know. What they do, they actually, they thinks that the form of the Lord and the name of the Lord, the service of the Lord, the deity of the Lord, all are in Maya. And those are Dharmadeji, they are the pretender. He only pretends to be a devotee for the sake of fulfilling some material desire. And he waves the flag of dharma that I love Guru, I love Krishna. But actually, he is not a devotee. And the last category is the theist. A theist. He does not believe in the God. He thinks he has no that this material worlds has no creator. There is no maintainer. So all means everything is matter. Everything happens by nature. So all types of non-devotees should be avoided. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has been advised. So we should associate with and serve devotees and chant the holy name. And we should avoid intimate association with non-devotees. Thus, we can begin the process of devotional service. Also, we are seeing here, the devotees are not supposed to associate with non-devotees, but Jada Bharat associate with Maharaj Rahugana, who was the non-devotee. So, but actually, he did not associate with him. Srila Rupa Goswami explains that 6 principles of association we found in Nectar of Instruction. Dadati prati Grihnati guhyam akhyati prachayati bhungte bhajayati chaiva shadviddhing priti lakshanam. That there are 6 exchanges should be with devotees, not with the non-devotees. So Jada Bharat was not taking any associations from Maharaj Raghuguna. Of course, actually, Mahabhagavat Jada Bharat, he did not distinguish of the devotee, who is devotee and who is non-devotee, because they are the Mahabhagavat and they are Paramhanso. They see the Sthabar Jangam dekhe na dekhe tara murti, sarvatra hoy nijo ishto devaspurti. He sees everyone from form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He sees that Supreme Personality Godhead is everywhere. So actually, that this differentiation cannot done by the Nephoid, those who are the elevated devotee, they can do that. So now I will discuss about the what effects of Vaishnava aparadh. Now it may happen that knowingly or unknowingly we may offend a devotee. So Maharaj Ruhguna did not know that Jadabharat was a devotee or that he was committing an offense. But still he committed the offense. And the fact that exalted devotee, Mahabhagavatas, they don't take offense when someone committing offense. But King Ruhugana committed offenses against Jadabharata. But Jadabharata did not take offense. So sometimes it doesn't actually, but I'm thinking that it doesn't mean that someone who offends an exalted Mahabhagavat devotee is not liable to suffer the reaction to his offense because the devotee does not take offense, but he still has to suffer the reaction. Though Mahabhagavat is not taking, but still he has to suffer the reactions. We know from the Ramchandra Khan or Gopal Chakravarti, they committed offense against Haridas Thakur. But Haridas Thakur did not take any offense. He did not feel offended. He did not become angry. But in the incident that Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami comments that the symptom of the devotee is that he does not take offense when he has been offended. And the symptom of Krishna is that he cannot tolerate offense against devotees. But Krishna will not forgive. Devotee can forgive, but Krishna will not forgive if he has seen that his devotee is offended. And we found within 3 days he was attacked by the leprosy as a result of his offense against the Vaishnava. So there is another incident that Srimad Bhagavatam where Daksha offended to Lord Shiva. It's Canto 4. And Sati, who was the daughter of Daksha, actually criticized her father for his offense against Lord Shiva. And she said that Lord Shiva is such a person that he never sees the faults in others. See, he never sees the faults in others. He only sees the good and magnifies it. And you are such a person that you see the faults in person even when the faults do not exist. And therefore you have found fault with Lord Shiva. And then Sati said that the dust of the lotus feet of the pure devotee diminishes the person who is envious of the devotee and commit offense. Srila Vishwanath Chakraborty Thakur comments also that even if the devotee forgives the offender, but the dust of the lotus feet of the devotee will deliver the result of the offense to the offensive person. There is another statement also that the dust of the lotus feet of the devotee is very powerful and it can send someone to Vaikuntha and can also send someone to hell. That Srila Prabhupada has given the example to the sun, that the heat and light of the sun will cause some plants to flourish, and the heat and the light of the sun will cause other plants to dry. So the association of devotees, if we serve the devotees, will cause us to advance in Krishna consciousness, and the association of devotees, if we offend the devotees, will cause us to fall down. And another example of Ramchandra Khan. Ramchandra Khan became envious of Haridas Thakur and sent a prostitute to implicate Haridas Thakur in sinful activities that we know. Haridas Thakur did not take offense. He just took the opportunity to deliver the prostitute and he left. But Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describes that offense is like a seed. And we read about that like Kutobijam in the Nectar of Devotion. This seed also like a, that offense is also like a seed. Even if does not bear the fruit immediately, it will bear fruit in due course. Sometimes later, that's why that Nityananda Prabhu visited the residence of Ramchandra Khan and with some devotees. And he went to the Durga Mandap and sat down and wanted to be accommodated there. But Ramchandra Khan, because of the original offense against to Haridas Thakur, became more and more offensive and more envious. So when Nityananda Prabhu came, he was so contemptuous, he did not even come to meet with personally with Nityananda Prabhu. And he sent the message to say that he sent the message by the followers. He told, you have come with so many followers. I don't think my Darshan Mandap or my Advaita Mandap is a fit for you. You should find some cowherd boys, cowherd Goshala, cowherd Goshala or Goshala. You have get more space there. You go there. So you should find some cowherder and you will give you place and he will give you place in his Goshalas and you and your followers can stay there. So please, you don't come here or you don't stay here. But Nityananda Prabhu actually became very angry with Ramchandra Khan and he declared loudly that, yes, what Ramchandra Khan says is correct. His Durga Mandap is not fit place for us. So we shall go elsewhere. It is a fit place for Yavanas to come and kill cows and stay here. So soon after Nityananda Prabhu left with his disciples and Ramchandra Khan get fruit of his offenses. Ramchandra Khan was engaged in some questionable business and he was not paying his taxes to the government. And so the minister came to the place of Ramchandra Khan and he lived in the Durga Mandap. And he killed a cow and cooked it and ate in Durga Mandap, that minister. After that, he declared that Ramchandra Khan was guilty of not paying taxes. He became very furious with Ramchandra Khan and he plundered his house, not only his house, but his whole village he practically destroyed, and his house and whole village, and became deserted. So Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says that if one sows the seed of offense, Vaishnava Aparad, he may not get the fruit immediately, but in due course, the seed will sprout and fructify and the offender will have to suffer the result. And how we can rectify this one? We found from so many shastras the effect that just by chanting the holy name once, one can become freed from more sins than he can commit and develop love of God. And chanting the holy name is the best process of attainment. We know about the Ojamil story, the Canto 6, and the sloka number 7 and chapter 2, it is telling about that. Even though the Ajamil, he did not chant purely, he chanted without offense. And therefore, he is now pure and eligible for liberation. That is telling that Vishnuduta to Jamduta. When Jamduta came to take the Ajamil. Also, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is telling from Brihad Vishnu Puran, simply by chanting one holy name of Hari, a sinful man can counteract the reactions to more sins that he is able to commit. So, chanting is so powerful. Even Garuda Puran, if one chants the holy name of the Lord, even in a helpless condition or without desiring to do so, all the reactions of his sinful life depart, just as when a lion roars, all the small animals flee in fear. And by once chanting the holy name of the Lord, which consists of the two syllables Hari, one guarantees his path to liberation. That's why while Ajamil helplessly chanting Narayan, his son name, he get the liberation. So this is that that's why the reasons why the Vishnudutas objected to the Jamdutas taking Ajamila to the court of Jamraja. So in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami also mentions about that 5 things if we acquire the Sadhu Sangha, Nam Kirtana, Bhagavat Sravana, or Mathurabas, Sri Murta Shraddha Shavan. If one of these five anga, if we do, so we will get the love of Godhead Krishna. And the Jiva Goswami explains also that the reason of offenses. So when we commit offenses, and even though we chant the holy name, which itself alone is enough to awaken love for Krishna, although we chant the holy name day after day, year after year, we do not get the result because of offenses. When I am reading these sections or listening these sections from His Holiness Sri Giriraj Swami Maharaj, I also surprised. Even in the bhava stage, if offenses is there, means it's not goes. But chanting the holy name, actually associating with the devotees in the right way and serving the devotees, we can advance in bhakti. But if we do the Vaishnava aparat, it does not go until in the bhava stage. So we have to be very careful with the Vaishnava aparat. And yeah, this is that way we try to do to destroy our offenses. Always we have to regular do the holy name chanting that we are doing. That's why we think that we cannot do that attentively because of our anarthas. So many anarthas are there. We should be very careful if we do commit any offense or realize that we have committed an offense to a devotee. Then as King Rahuguna has done, we should go to the devotee. We should feel very repentant. We should fall down at the devotee's feet and beg for forgiveness, and otherwise try to serve the devotees and please the devotees. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur also tell that we have to try to avoid offenses like sadhu sangha, sadhu ninda, and guru abhagya. We should not criticize the Vaishnavas or neglect of the guru. Bhaktivinoda Thakur tells that that negative injunction that one should not find fault with Vaishnavas or one should not minimize the spiritual master. That's why we found in the first offense is to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. This is the first offense. We have to be very careful. But we have to, still we have to take the holy name because it is very powerful. That I will finish with that one sloka that we have read in the Nectar of Instruction. We have to practice day by day, month by month, year by year, that how the doctors gives the medicine, that one sloka. The text 7, Shat Krishna Namacharita Adishitapo Abaito, Pito Patapta Rashanasya Narachikanu, Kintu Adarad, Unudinam Khalusaiva Justa, Sadbhi Kramat Bhavati Tadgata Mula Hantri. Kintu Adurat. So we have to do Unudinam Khalusaiva Justa, like who has having jaundice. So he has to take that medicine. Even if one lacks taste for Krishna names, sometimes we don't want to do, we are very lazy, we are tired, we don't want to do, but still we have to do, and we have to, daily we have to chanting with respect, just like we have to remember this slok always, just like a cure for a jaundice tongue. We have to daily practice and we have to beg mercy from Guru, Gaurango, and also Krishna and all Vaishnavas. So that's why I am seeking the forgiveness to all Vaishnava. Please forgive me for my any mistakes I have done knowingly or unknowingly. It's maybe in my past, in my future, in my present. Thank you. Hare Krishna, please forgive me. And I am begging forgiveness to all you Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna. If you have any realization or any comment, please feel free to discuss. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandot Pranam. What a nice explanation of this text. You have brought out all the significant points relating to Vaishnav, non-Vaishnav, devotee, non-devotee, and you explained them so nicely. taking references from different scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Chaitamrita, and Bhagavatam, explaining that how I understand a devotee and non-devotee, and how we can acknowledge them from their behavior, not from the look, and in what way we commit the offenses, which is known as Vaishnava Aparadha. It is very, very significant for a devotee because we will now talk about devotee. Devotees is always on the working on a sharp razor is very, very dangerous. Either you fall plus side or you can fall minus side. Is a is a person working on a razor blade. So a devotee very should be very, very careful. In what sense? You have explained so nicely. Maintaining the good association of the devotees and the instruction from your spiritual master is so important for our avoiding avoiding the offenses regular basis. And you explain so nicely from the examples of Chaitanya Chaitamrita how this Gopal Chapel made the offenses knowingly or unknowingly. Of course, it is knowingly, but as a Vaishnava, how um, he excused Gopal Chapel, saying that, oh no, I may be a person of this kind. So if Vaishnava quality is so famous that they accept the fault of themselves, they don't see fault in others. So in a way, the opposite person becomes insulted by himself, or he can understand the impact he has done on the Vaishnava. So all these examples we can see from, as you mentioned, Canto 4 and Canto 6, where Lord Shiva was offended by Daksha. And again, in Canto 6, Daksha offended Narad Muni. So Narad Muni didn't take any action. He just waited for the moment so that the moment he becomes settled, he will get the chance to spread the Krishna consciousness. That's why he didn't take any action on it, even though he was liable to take action. But this is the quality of a great Vaishnava that signifies how to avoid offenses. And these are all the learnings for all of us, understanding the devotees' activities, how to avoid offenses. And if you understand that you have made an offenses, the great way to approach directly and beg for mercy. And that is the best way to get relief of the offense done immediately or whatever the time you have done. So all these things are is very, very important for all of us who are practicing Krishna consciousness. Every moment is a very precious moment, and every moment is a dangerous moment. Only by chanting this can be eradicated. That's why Bhagavatam strictly speaks about the importance of chanting. The only way to get relief of these sins, only atonement is the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Whether do it knowingly or unknowingly, it all gets eradicated. Thank you so much for explaining how these offenses happen, how these offenses can be eradicated. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for your points and also summary. Thank you. Nice to hear you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanwar Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Now, just it's not actually a question, just an idea how to counter. Today's world, day and age, where this Maya is so prevalent. We have dealings. I mean, commercial dealing, like we exchange Maya, we exchange Lakshmi, and do all those things. We also see a lot of devotees, senior devotees, get into, when they do service, they get an ego that I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and the new devotees, oh, he's just a new, he doesn't know what to do, or then they do a authority on the newer devotees, isn't it? So how to counter this problem, or how to avoid, so that we do not offend any devotees? Hare Krishna Mataji.
Actually, you have to go to the authority, Prabhu. Uh, no need to direct tell anything. If you can tell that it's in the sweet way, you can tell that it should not be done like that, or better to do this way. You should speak nicely. So if still that issue is there, you have to go to authority. And also that we hear from one great devotee. He is telling we can take the kick from the material people when we are going to work. So our boss is telling so many things, but why we are not taking kick from our devotees? So, Prabhu, it's depends upon the situation. Yeah, you have to deal like that way, and that better to go to the authority. And if it's still issue is there, and also you will think that God will give you the realization that's okay, it's happened. And if you also sometimes you also discuss, if you stay quiet, maybe it will increase, but better to tell the authority. That's in my opinion, and from my experience. And also, so many senior devotees are here. If you have any idea or your realization, you can light, please. And Nandavrat Prabhu and other devotees.
So unfortunately, Mataji, what happens is some, I'm not saying, I'm not generalizing, but some senior devotees will have an ego because they are Brahmins and they are preaching and they are doing a lot of other activities in the service of Lord. They think they are on the higher platform and they ignore the new devotees, and they try to dominate their position because they are senior. And I have seen some examples happening around, and that when Prabhu came from India and he did a 2-day seminar, we heard Gauranga Das Prabhu. I heard that thing from him, and immediately when that happened, I actually went to Krishna and said, "Hey, please forgive me. I have done the mistake." So rather than talking out or something, but then I was thinking, oh, shall I take a counseling from senior devotees about this? I was in a deep state when this happened, that event happened, and I was in a deep state that, oh, what I have done? I haven't done anything wrong. I was actually uh, guiding the person, that because we are host in the temple and we are serving prasad, it's our all the devotees' duty to serve the visitors. And I didn't do that actually. I actually went to Krishna and said, "Please forgive me." You know, but this is a situation which is not only happened to, and this will not happen. It will happen in future also. That ego is the main element where I am the one who's doing. I did this seva. I'm Brahman. I'm doing this service. Don't I know this? I mean, there's no question of this thing, but this is a real killer, actually. The ego is a real killer here.
Yeah, that will go. We all are having ego. That's why we are here. And that's why we don't have taste in chanting. We try to finish anyhow, 16 rounds. That's why, Prabhu. Yeah, we have to
Right.
realize ourselves because of our ego. And it's very difficult to release from the ego. Only that, like serving the devotees and serving the exalted devotees and the Guru Maharaj, and we seek the mercy of Krishna. That way we will give up the ego, otherwise very difficult, and we have to be here and here and here. So
Yeah,
this is all our sadhana. We all are practicing.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mata. Yeah, I just want to share because
It's
the
happened.
topic has come up. The topic has come up here. Even while eating prasadam, there is lots of things which we ignore and forget about and move forward.
Yeah. If we don't have any ego, anything, we used to be in Golaka then. Yeah.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji explains so nicely. So this is exactly the situation between Roguna and Jaravara,
Yeah.
the same situation. So it is the attempt of the uh, devotee who is feeling offended, how he behaves is very, very important.
Mhm.
So absorbing the shock is an opportunity to become a tolerant is very, very important.
This is the first quality, yeah, and compassion.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Hare Krishna. If no comment, so we can close the today's session.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you for a very nice class.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhayeva patitanam pavonebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav-vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to assembled
All these
devotees.
assembled
All glories to
devotees.
assembled devotees. We have to stay in association with devotees. Thank you, Hare Krishna.